Phil Lupton here, making a video for Altenews Video Challenge. So I'm going to be using their Persian Motifs stamp set on this square of white cardstock, and I'm going to be using my MISTI. I actually recorded this on Boxing Day, and I received my MISTI as a Christmas present yesterday, so I'm really excited. This is the very, very first time that I've used it. So just setting it up now, putting the magnets. The magnets arrived on the back of the MISTI. I'm just putting them into the middle. So I've mounted my stamp onto the MISTI, basically put it onto the cardstock where I wanted it. And what I'm doing is I'm rotating the cardstock every time I want to stamp. So I'm stamping with some Hero Arts Shadow ink in wet cement, because I didn't really want a really intense outline for these flowers, because I'm going to be colouring them in quite pale colours. So I went right round the edge, and the way that I stamped it, it looked like a round sort of wreath around the edge of the card, but it looked a bit square. So I'm just adding these littler stamps from Altenews to make it less square, sort of fill in the corners a little bit. So I just did exactly the same thing, stamped, turned the cardstock 90 degrees, and then stamped again. So this is, as I said, this is the first card that I've made with my MISTI, and I'm already in love. It's just the most fabulous tool. Absolutely love it. So then I wanted a sentiment, and I thought I'd make this a birthday card for my mum. It's her birthday coming up in February. So I'm using this W+9 Strictly Sentiments with some Hero Arts black ink for the sentiment in the middle, so that the sentiment stands out just a little bit more. Now when I've done that, I'm going to be taking out some of my Faber-Castell watercolour pencils, but before I did that, I just decided to cut this panel down with some of these, one of these Little Inkers Stitch Squares dies. So here's my watercolour pencils, and I'm going to speed up this bit. I've got 2 pinks and 2 greens. I'm going to colour the flowers in, then add a teeny bit of water with a paintbrush to spread the colour out. So I'm just going to let you watch the colouring just for a little while. Alright, so now that that colouring and watercolouring is finished, I'm just going to assemble this card. So I'm going to be using some white fun foam, and I'm just going to cut that down to fit just the inside of that front panel, and just attach it with some of my tape runner glue. So it's pretty simple, nothing complicated going on there. And once I've done that, I'm just going to add a few little more details. So just adding the panel to the front, trying to make it nice and square and centered. And because this is a card by me, I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. I pretty much always do. So just adding some to the tips of the petals of those flowers and the tips of the leaves as well. So I went right around the card with that. And then I decided a little bit more bling would never go astray. So I've added a few sequins. These are from Simon Says Stamp, and added them with some multi-medium matte with my needle nose tip on the end, so I could get tiny little dots of glue. And that pretty much finished off the card for today. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you for my next video. Bye!